YouTubers of the Apocalypse. I'm Anna Smith. You can find me on YouTube as Anna's Thoughts and Musical Parodies. And today we are talking about pedophilia, macro to micro. The thing that keeps coming to mind for me on this topic is the fact that there's a sign outside of somebody's house, like right down the street to me, that I have to pass every time I go to work, that says something about love is love and like something about all ages. And that just doesn't sit right with me. So that's the main thing that comes to mind for me on this topic initially. Xavier, what do you think?
I feel like they're using pedophilia. They're trying to sneak it in through the back door. And eventually, if no one puts a stop to it or tries to intervene in any sort of way, what's going to happen is it's going to become like a regular common thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be legal.
Yeah. I mean, they have the drag kids already, and they like dance for adults who give them dollar bills. That's pedophilia.
Oh, slide the camera so we could show all four of us.
I see all four of us on my screen. I put
oh, you do?
I think it's grid view.
Maybe I need to change mine. Let me see.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. I got all y'all now. And I can see all y'all.
Okay.
But you see all four of us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what counts. You got the A side.
Yeah. What else? Like, there's been a TED Talk or two at least about how, you know, pedophiles can't help the way that they are and just another sexuality. And like, maybe, yeah, they have a problem and it's harder for them, but like, I think we should encourage them to talk to therapists and things like that. But we should never say like it's no big deal.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
It's a really big deal.
Yeah.
Like, for real, like, to normalize something that will literally traumatize and destroy a child from that moment until the day they die, which usually it results in really bad lifestyle choices because you're traumatized when you're a child. I just don't think people are looking at who the real victims are of this because they're trying to cover up for their corporations and their companies and their bad dirt, but they're literally destroying lives in the process. And they're glorifying it. They're literally glorifying it and rubbing it in our faces. Like, haha, we're going to do it anyway.
Gross. Yeah. I know at least 2 or 3 people who had that happen to them when they were a kid, and they told me that it did affect how they are now. Makes life harder now.
Here's the thing. I feel as though they were trying to slide it in the sense the drag queen story hour. Now, I'm pretty sure many of you all remember that. I'm like, yeah, no way. I knew something was up. I kind of peeped that a long time ago. First, it started with equality, and you criticize something like that, then you're deemed a phobe and all this nonsense. I was like, yeah, I feel that it kind of started like for drag queen story hour. I was like, what? Like, what kind of? Okay, when it becomes so appropriate for children to see a grown man wearing a dress, and there were some photos of like his stuff like hanging out, like, are you kidding me right now? Like, no, that is not okay. It's never going to be okay. And pedophiles, it's just, I don't know where they get this like desire to have sexual relations with a minor. It would never stick right with me. And when I see politicians actually advocating for something like that, you know, I bet most of them are on honest. Like, there's no way a person gets so comfortable with that. It doesn't make any sense, and it never will.
Well, I know, like, you know, the saying, hurting people hurt people, and I'm not excusing anything, but like, I mean, one thing I've often heard repeated is that people who end up being transgender were molested as a child. So there's a connection there. I think like maybe they were molested by somebody of their same biological gender, and then they're like not wanting to be that gender anymore, which makes sense in a way. So yeah, it's just sickness.
It is. You know, it's actually really funny. These transgender people, they want people to accept who they are right now, but it kind of is hypocritical though. You know, I believe, you know, like whatever God made you to be in his image, you know, you have to love yourself, you know, but self-hate. I feel as though transgender is just self-hate. Like I said, they want people to accept them, but it's rather they can't even accept themselves. And they really actually love themselves before they went through all that process again, sex change and stuff. I believe 90% of them would even go down that route. And it was actually I did a video about this a while ago, and I might do a video about it again, do like an update. It's how people are now people who had transferred to the other gender, like let's say a male transformed to a female, they want to transform or transcend whatever back to their original sex. I was like, why though? You
that
just
happens too.
It's just come on, all that just for attention and to get sympathy for people. No, you have to look inside yourself. You have to reflect. I can go on about this thing.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Xavier, what again?
Yeah, Xavier, you go. You're silent.
Well, I saw something on Facebook maybe yesterday, and it was interesting because it was a transgender. Well, actually, no, she was just, I think, just a lesbian, but she was talking about how they're trying to say that Trump cut all these different healthcare programs and stuff like that. He cut money for gender reassignment and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
I saw that. Which I don't blame him for doing.
The healthcare is still there. The gender reassignment stuff, that's up to the doctor if they want to perform that or whatever like that. And that should come out of the person's own pocket. We shouldn't have to be paying for that.
Yeah.
For instance,
exactly.
If some people say you're beginning your reassignment surgery, and now you go out here and commit a crime and get arrested. I don't know about the other states, but I know in New York, you get arrested. Now the state has to actually finish, paying for your surgery. They gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
Until it's completed. So as long as you're in jail, they gotta pay for it.
I wonder if some people commit crimes for that reason, so they can get it. Yeah.
Go boost something at Macy's and here you on.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
The philosophy behind it, that's like me saying, right now big butts are in style, and I don't have a big butt like everybody else. So I'm going to join my own activist group for the White Girls with Small Butt program and get the government to pay for it because I want a special identity because I don't have a butt like everyone else, and they're all big right now.
Pretty much.
That's the mentality. If you want something, save your money, get 2 jobs, wait tables, get it yourself. Just because you have some kind of mental health issue that makes you think some kind of way, that honestly, the suicide rate after they turn 23 is into the 60 percentile. All right. So a lot of them have gender dysphoria, Munchausen syndrome. They have some severe mental health issues. And then they try to commit suicide later after they change and take all the hormones, because as we grow older, we change. Yes.
Yeah.
If you ask the majority of girls when they're young, they have bisexual, they make out with a girl here and there, but then they get married and they have families. So I think people are forgetting the fact that a lot of the people we're seeing right now are very young.
Yeah.
And they've been told that being transgender makes them special and they stand out, and really they're just sick, and a lot of them need help. And instead of focusing on that, they're building this whole thing around it. Because if you think about it, Michelle Obama is really Michael, dude. Yeah. This all started with Obama. All this stuff came with Obama. But look, if you want to become a different gender, go for it, big guy. But you can't tax people for it. Yeah. That's your personal problem. Stop putting birth control and all abortions and transgender assignment on taxpayers. That's not how it works. Yeah. If you don't have the money, too bad. Come on.
Here's the thing. I might want to add on what Stephanie is saying here, because I feel as though that, okay, if these certain type of people want to live that lifestyle, okay, go ahead, knock yourself up. But I feel as though they're trying to make us sane people want to live that lifestyle. So it's no, I don't have to, subscribe to that. That's not what I believe in.
Yeah.
No. I believe you love yourself.
Thinking about it, sorry, what was the last part you said?
No, I said, I believe, whatever, like I said earlier, that God, made us in His image. Love yourself. You'll have less problems. And like I said, it all started with Obama trying to get men into girls' bathrooms. I'm like, no, idiot, are you crazy?
Just thinking about all of this together right now, I feel like it's almost like the whole liberal agenda, whatever you want to call it, is like all designed to just kill everyone. So in some way or another, because like they push abortion, which is killing babies. They push transgender, which is just saying that this serious mental disorder that makes them want to kill themselves is just no big deal. Just go with it. They're pushing pedophilia now. We know that it's connected to people having mental health issues later in life that maybe make them want to take themselves out. You know, like it all is coming together to just not trying to like make any direct accusations with anyone. But wait, what do you say?
Here's the thing.
Open the asylums.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said in my post. And I said, you know, I'm best believe, you know, if I win the future presidency, yes, a lot of asylums going to be built. And just to add on what you said, Anna, yes, I believe the overall end goal is death. And like I said, it's population control. Hey, if they want to depopulate the planet, okay, depopulate the idiots, okay, and we'll be fine. I know it sounds dark.
The feminist movement too, because like they want to all be lesbian because of feminism, which I've heard before. Like that's going to end population too. What?
And, you know,
they'll never do that though. They'll rather get rid of us. You know, the regular folk that
it's another avenue
to believe in, you know, in two genders. And then they'll have nothing but a world full of them. That's what they really want.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll just find robots or whatever they decide to put together to make what they want to make.
The people who they can control the easiest.
As much as I despise third wave feminist movement, but I hate to admit it, but you know what? I gotta thank them in a way for actually giving me that final push to actually leaving the left and going to the right. So it's like that's like have it not been for them, I wouldn't be here talking with you guys whatsoever.
I could tell that you really appreciate it because you said that last video too.
Yeah.
It's just like one more lunatic thing after another. Every day, you never know what you're gonna get. It's like really, you open the headlines and it's all like the Wayfair thing. Okay, for as much as the left likes to investigate everything, I find it odd that they don't want to investigate any of the pedophilia. They denounce, you know, Comet Pizza and Pedogate, but they're so quick to like, no, we debunked it. Well, where's your investigations? I mean, y'all have not left Trump alone since before the man got inaugurated. You investigate everybody, but y'all never investigate this, and you already have like a press release on claims when they first get brought out. Why isn't anybody questioning how are we relying on what this CEO of this billion-dollar corporation says? Yeah. Why can't we judge for ourselves? Why are they correcting us and telling us what's true and what's not true?
Like I have a friend at work. Sorry, I have a friend at work who's a liberal, but we've been able to become friends. And one time he mentioned something that was in the New York Times, and I was like, well, I don't really trust the New York Times though, because like for one thing, they hired Sarah Jeong, who's like an open racist man-hater, and he's like, well, it's one of like the biggest things out there, and I thought to myself, like, why does that make you trust them? You know, like why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just want the truth from whoever's gonna give it, but without you know, I shouldn't even have to know about what your sexual preference is or you know all that other stuff. Like they got this thing now with saying that one of Tucker Carlson's writers supposed to be racist or whatever. Like I don't 100% believe that. I think that they're just doing anything they can do to try to like make it have one view where we only believe in the left side of things and nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, you know, it's all like identity politics. Identity politics leads to like total like totalitarian like control over oneself. And about what you said earlier, Steph, it seems like you know like the left like freaks out when somebody like the owner of Royal like he supports you know like Trump, but then like completely like no one bats an eye about the whole like mass pedophile that like ring that's going on. It's like wow, they are so all-centered. Like it's disturbing, really.
Not to mention, if you mention the genocide in South Africa of white people, they call you like a Nazi. That makes me so angry. That makes me so angry.
This is exactly how Hitler got Jews in box carts by telling everybody how dangerous and horrible they were. It's like I'm ready for the Democrats to bust out with their brown shirts and swastikas, Antifa style. I mean, if you look at Antifa, it's a bunch of weird looking white people. You know, like weird looking people.
I've probably seen some of them around here.
And then they come out with articles. They're making Antifa the boogeyman. No, there's some deranged people in that group for real.
They are. Here's the thing: if you look at their flag, it looks so similar to the Third Reich's flag. But just look at the flag like, really close. They're using the same
like 3 arrows or something.
They're using the same exact colors too. I was like, this is crazy. And another thing, crazy how Bernie Sanders is. At one of his rallies, someone literally brought out a Nazi flag and threw over the stage or whatever, some nonsense like that. I was like, yeah, Democratic side is more in line with the Nazi Party because, you know, war on guns and everything is.
You have to look up Operation Paperclip, okay? What happened
yes, I heard
about that. Okay, they took 15 Nazi scientists and put them here in our NASA space program and in the CIA to give up Hitler's secrets, okay? So what they've done is a slow, methodical plan of you got to break down the house, break down religion, break down education. You have to indoctrinate. This has been over 30 years of a plan that's playing out in front of our eyes. And people call us crazy, but they're literally... It's a modern day Hitler regime, and people don't even realize it because of their feelings.
And that's how they're programmed to respond.
I'm right now. I'm thinking of my future.
Like I've met a few customers at my job from South Africa, and like when they tell me that, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you're not there. Like that's what I'm thinking in my mind. I feel like they're like North Korean defectors or something. Because have you guys seen the like whatever his name is, the guy who's in charge over there who kills them all, the way he talks?
In North Korea?
No, in South Africa, the African guy who's just like
go kill the white people.
Bashing white people. Like, yeah, just let him cry.
Yeah, no, there's actually he campaigns to kill all the white people and take their land. He really does.
No, but I'm a white supremacist we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah, it's
sad too.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's wow.
It's so horrible.
Another thing, I keep getting this suspicion. Now, I'm not sure about you guys, but the way how the radical LGBT is actually going right now, I feel still they're going to sooner or later try to make heterosexual relationships illegal in a way. Because think about it, you know, they already want to depopulate the planet, and they know for a fact that it takes a man and woman to create a child. And they're trying to, that's why they always like bashing two genders. And in their eyes, this is what I stated, they're thinking, oh, like they're just trying to, like, you know, like I say, like overpopulate the planet. This is my theory. This is what I feel, though. But it's just like, no, I think they're pushing for that route in a way. It was like once that happens, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm getting some help.
But in a way, they're already doing it. Like the Gardasil shot for girls, it makes them infertile. In other states, they're petitioning because of the abortion laws that men have to be sterilized by the age of 50, or they have.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. Yeah.
So if you think about it, they're already planting the seeds to where they can start sterilizing us, like they do in other countries.
That's like that sounds like human rights violations.
That is.
They don't care. Wearing a mask is a human rights violation. They don't care. They don't care.
Here's the thing. I know. Here's the thing. I feel as though like now you guys are well aware that, you know, going to be doing the National Guard, but I heard the military, they take vaccines. I was like, I don't know. It's like that's the only thing I'm just.
Well, the thing with the military, the thing is you won't really know. Honestly, you won't know what they're giving you because the only thing they're gonna really tell you, they're gonna ask you what you're allergic to. I think they'll ask you that because I'm allergic to penicillin, so I know they didn't give me that, and I saw what the penicillin does to the people that got it. I seen guys like 6'6" go to their knees after getting that shot. I heard it's some bad business, penicillin. And I got a buddy of mine that's in the Marines, and he said that he wouldn't be surprised if they actually dry run gave us an antidote or the vaccine for AIDS. He said because he doesn't know anybody that's been military that has HIV or anything. And he said you can imagine the way people been having sex that are military. You'll see it firsthand. You'll see people around you bugging out. And And that's kind of how it is in the military. Guys just kind of
I know a military guy anyway.
Don't worry, I will definitely tell you my boot camp. So that's one of my future topic videos for sure.
Boot camp's gonna be different for you though, because like it's like a hands-off thing now. So the drill sergeant's not even gonna really yell at you and stuff like that. They're gonna be real like gentle.
You know why though? Hold on, you know why? Okay, I did a video on this like almost a year ago. The parents, kids are writing to the boot camp, like from the boot camp to their parents, and moms are yelling and writing back and calling like the city council. They're being hard on my kid. It's boot camp. Like, oh my gosh, they're scared of getting a lawsuit. They're scared of getting lawsuits because these kids are writing home and whining and complaining to their parents about they're yelling at me, and they're saying it's verbal abuse and emotional abuse. So they literally are coddling boot camp people. Like, we're gonna die if we go to war. They're all gonna be wussies.
Yeah.
If we ever have conventional warfare, like you were talking about, we don't want conventional warfare because you're gonna have a lot of like Jericho Green likes to say, soft handshake dudes, and you don't want that because you can't have those type of people defending the country. And I think that's why they was so hard and strong on not having transgendered men defend the country, because if you got a woman that became a man, she's still a woman. Like, even if you got the gender reassignment, they're not going to be like as like the toughness a man has, no matter what.
Here's the thing. I know this might sound really messed up, though, but I don't care. The book you guys are well aware of, Becoming Michelle Obama, but someone actually said this a while ago, and it said it was right in front of us the whole time. Becoming Michelle Obama.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Wait, was that like a show or something?
You don't get that.
That's our crazy. Coming out book. It's our coming out book.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I started dying. It was hilarious. I was like, wow, that's.
So are we going to talk about Pizzagate at all? Or is that next?
Oh, yeah, sure. I had to throw that joke in there. It was funny.
Yeah, no, that was.
Never gets old. Never gets old.
We should probably
set it off with what you know about it.
This is not too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to go, because we did almost an hour last time.
Yeah, I don't know when we
started. How much time we got now? What's our time check?
It's like 6:10.
9:10.
No, I mean on recording.
How many minutes have we been recording?
I don't know how to.
I got 26:38 on mine.
Where do I see that?
Or 26:41 actually. Look at the top of your screen.
You know what? We look like those commercials with the people who are zooming, and we're all like.
I know. I don't see any numbers. It just says recording and pause or stop.
Tell you the time frame. There's no counter.
It just says recording and the little buttons. It's weird.
That's weird. I got 27:05 on my time.
Okay, so we should probably get closing out, I guess, if we wanted to keep it to half an hour.
Yeah, we want to keep it to half an hour.
Yeah, we can start shut it down. So we save some food for later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, so I guess we'll get winding down here. Maybe next time we'll go deeper into this topic with some conspiracy theories. But how about we all just say where we can be found elsewhere on the internet and what our names are?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm Anna Smith.
We'll have everything in the description.
Yeah, but I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Parler, Instagram, and Twitter. Those will all be in the description. I just uploaded on my other channel on YouTube today.
Yeah, you got the channel set up for this for our group, right?
Yes. So it will be the Four Horsemen.
Once you send me the actually, you can email me the video and then I'll set it all up and then we'll post it up.
All right. Yeah. Were you guys also going to say where you can get your names and where you can be found?
I'm Stephanie.
Yeah.
On YouTube, it'll be in the description because we're all out of order and talking. We're learning. It's going to get better.
That's Marquez and Xavier from the East Coast. Yeah.
Well, like you said, all of our information, mine, Anna, Marquez, and Steph, will all be in the description of this video. And the video will be available on our own channel, which is the 4 YouTubers of the Apocalypse, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I also put, I think we have a private email, right?
I believe
so.
Or you didn't set that up yet. We'll work on that.
No, I'm pretty sure.
When we get that email going, then you can send us your thoughts. You can put the thoughts in the comments, but you can also email us. One of us will respond. And hopefully you'll like our comment and return back to you.
Subscribe to each of us, our own channels too. And thank you so much for being here. See you next time.
Absolutely.